Hey, so this is us, I guess. I figured streaming out. I cannot believe it. This is crazy. Well, I hope I did. We will see after I'm done if I did it correctly or not, because I have a ton of doubts. So, anyhow, I was supposed to have a meeting today about building Alanas Archive, but the meeting didn't happen because my colleague, her internet went down, and also she's, I think, very busy right now with freelance work. And I figured, why not take this opportunity and test out live streaming? Well, this is what we're doing here. So, I want to tell you a little bit about Alanas Archive. Alanas Archive, this is how I organize myself in all my, mental craziness. It's called Milanote. It's a great app. I don't get sponsored by them or anything, but I probably have already provided them with I don't know how many customers because I just really, really like this tool. Bam. So this is the Web3 Girl organizational board for everyone who works internally on a project. You can see we have a lot of things in the planning stages. We've been working continuously on a lot of them, also a lot of them in parallel. And yeah, so I want to share with you one of the metaverse experiences we are building, which is called Alanas Archive. And Alanas Archive is meant in, well, I can show you a little bit. So it has literally two sides to it. It's supposed to be obviously a virtual space for the community. And one side of this archive is supposed to teach people a little bit about Alana and her history as we move along in building out her project with the community. But the other part is also what is she interested in concerning us, right? So as some of you might know, Alana right now is a virtual avatar. She's community generated, meaning the community, specifically the core team of the community, but also the DAO, takes part in, making decisions for her. In the long term, we obviously want to build her out as an AI so that she eventually can kind of make decisions by herself. That is the hope. Anyhow, we thought as she has her own little story about herself. So if I'm not sure if you guys are avid readers, I really like reading. So I typed out all of this. And yeah, the team and I actually came up with Alana's origin story. So where does her name come from, right? What's her date of birth, her age, place of residency, flow of time for her or to her, what's her species called, superpowers she has, friends, character traits, strengths, weaknesses, profession. So we've put quite a lot of love and thought into who is Alana or who do we see in her. And I think I'm not overstating saying that all of us see a bit of ourselves in Alana, and we also try to see the best of us humans in Alana. Of course, she also has her, I mean, she's made by humans. She's supposed to have weaknesses, so obviously also she has them. Anyhow, part of what she likes to do is she collects artifacts. So this upside, let's just say, of Alana's archive is her collection of things she finds very intriguing, very entertaining. And yeah, so this was the original mood board, just like exploring different ways of museums and archive and how they store things to get that initial feel. But the other part is also how do we curate this? What is the content we want to fill this with? So Heej and I, we took a lot of time thinking and talking about this, as it's only the two of us who took on this little side project because we find it, I think, quite endearing. And So yeah, actually, let me open the file. This is getting boring if I don't show you the file, I think. Okay, let's just open this up and just quickly see. All good, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. Okay, so it's opening up. Some of you who know me, they know I love Blender above everything else. So obviously all of this is built in Blender because I could not live without Blender, even if I tried to. I just really like the tool. I'm not gonna lie, if you start out with 3D, you know, no tool is just easy to learn and super easy to manage, and you figure it out in seconds, right? It's not a thing, but that's fine. Just take it easy, you know. Look at the Blender community is truly amazing. I was 2 weeks ago, I was at the Blender conference in Amsterdam. I met so many incredible people, and all of them have one thing in common: they like to share. And I've been nervous doing live streams and such things for the longest time, but I realized there's no reason to be really nervous about it. And so don't put any mean comments into this video just because no one is here, because I didn't announce this and I usually don't do live streams. This is literally my first ever live stream, so be kind, right? So anyhow, as you can see, this is supposed to be the upper part, right? And then the idea would be to essentially make a flip side of the same space. And on that flip side, you would see her story. But the one we are building right now, so I'm getting rid of those reflected areas. The part we are building right now is essentially her collection of things that she finds interesting or exciting. And as you can see, I also put in a very interesting way, by the way, that Heech encouraged us to do, or encouraged me to do. I put in the Guernica as well. I'm intending to write a little description about it, as this is a curated collection. We have some very interesting artworks from Deep Thought in here. I'm also going to write, obviously, a description. And I mean, all of you know that Alana is a digital fashion enthusiast. So Heech is the coolest. Anyhow, she made these really cool illustrations of different designer collections that she and I thought were a really good idea to show to people. A lot of them are actually kind of old, well, because we are old. So, you know. But yeah, we decided to share those kind of precious collections with you. And also, since this will become a space that people can visit with their avatars, we thought it could be really fun to put those illustrations made by Heech on transparent background, so you can actually put your avatar behind it and play a little bit dress on. We thought that could be quite a nice thing to do. And yeah, you can read a little bit about the different collections on here and how they came to be. Obviously, you can see the middle ones are not yet done. I can share with you in a minute what we're trying to do there. And here the text is not done, but all of this is Comme des Garçons. So very exciting different collections that I didn't pick, but Heech picked. And I think she made a very convincing selection of pieces. They're truly, I mean, you know, some of those designers, it's so hard to be like, yeah, this is the piece from this collection, because there's just 10 or 12 pieces from, like, I don't know, maybe a 20-piece collection that is just very exciting to watch, especially if worn on the runways with, you know, voluminous shapes. Then what else did we do? So if we go back to the curation board, this is where we plan everything, right? So we decided that Alana should have a collection about dandelions. Not because the song is good, the song is also cool, But in our case, it was really this idea of a plant that can take multiple forms, right? And also the dandelion holds a lot of meaning, which you can tell. I still have to write the description for. This is like the description part is all my stuff, so I've been slacking off. And obviously want to you know, title all of these exhibition pieces as well. And yeah, so that's that. Then we decided, and I hope you find this as funny as we did. So yeah, you saw already the Guernica anti-war art, right? So we figured, you know, in those times that we're at, this is it becomes such a modern, such a zeitgeist piece again, right? So we thought it would be good to give it a special, you know, a very central location in this collection of different artifacts. Same here, description is missing. Yeah, I know. This is all on me. And then we decided she needs a spoon collection. Like there's no way around having a spoon collection for Elena. Okay, hear me out on this one. The reason why that is, the reason why that is because I studied at the University of Applied Arts in Vienna, and I mean, obviously, I remember more than just one course, but this one specific, I think it was an excursion actually. Um, you know, we studied spoons. It's a thing in product design, and also, you know, when I went into this class, I was like, what the hell? Why are we exactly studying spoons now? I don't want to design any spoons in my entire life. Why are we doing this? But there's actually quite a simple reason, because it tells you a lot about how humans have lived, almost like an anthropologic version, I guess, of design. Anyhow, if you're like remotely interested, I can only recommend to you to look at the sammlung.mac.at. They have all the different spoons that this collection owns online in an online catalog, and you can take your time, look at them. You know, it's I mean, it pains to say this, but it's a pretty exciting thing. So we figured, you know, if Alana would come across this kind of collection, she would be like, what? This is crazy, but also interesting, because she herself nutritions herself through blockchain candy, which she takes into her core directly. So there is no oral version of, you know, nutrition happening. And well, yeah, so we thought it was fun. I know it's nerdy fun, but we thought it was fun. So I started modeling these shelves. And you can already see some of them already carry the spoons, others don't. So obviously going to work more on this on this one. And also I just realized that this needs to be wrapped around the wall, and it hasn't yet. So I'm giving it some loop cuts, going back into object mode, and add a shrink wrap modifier and dupe. This is it. So now it conforms to the wall, which is, you know, something that I would want to have. Okay, so what else do we have? And also description still missing. Yeah, I know. Then we have this here. Okay, this is quite, I know, also super nerdy, but super exciting. Okay, let me show this to you. So we were thinking about the fact that Alana is being born from what we call an AI shard, right? It belongs to a different universe. There's a whole story. We're writing this up, well, as we go. And obviously, at some point, we will share all of this with everyone. But point is that the AI shard is a way of a storage device. So we looked at different forms of storing data throughout history. And, since I've studied art history, and, we have all this like accumulated knowledge on all of these things, we looked at different ideas of how Alana could perceive the idea of storing data, right? Because she herself is a storage device in a sense. So we looked at the Rosetta Stone, right? That's a pretty famous piece. We looked at, VHS tapes. We looked at, well, the discs, different forms of discs, tapes, shards in the sense of, ceramic shards or yeah, shards actually. And then we came across this old piece, the Mega Watchman. And we just couldn't hold back. That's the truth. That's the only truth that really matters. We couldn't hold back, so we decided to just rebuild it. And we want to compose a specific movie that we play on this. We also made quite the intriguing wallpaper made out of VHS tapes. No reason behind it, just fun, honestly, I think, at this stage. That's that part. And you know what? If you have better ideas on what should be in Alanas Archive, feel free to join the Discord. We're so happy to listen to you guys. And we're also curious, like, what do you guys think Alana should have in her archive? So yeah, we're more than happy to listen also to input. And here you can see all the different collections that we looked at, and different things we want to do with it. So we still have some that we want to display that we didn't yet have a chance to do so. And yeah, and then something we're working on currently, he's just also working on it right now, is blockchain candy inspired accessories. So last week we actually worked on this here, which is a very sweet crown, as you can see. Peach worked on this really cute ring a while ago. So it's a lollipop ring, unmistakably. And then we have some other things that are standing out right now, which are, okay, the sweet tiara is kind of done, I think. The lollipop ring is done. So we're working on the donut bag, the marshmallow necklace and earrings, bubblegum backpack, cotton candy earrings. So yeah, as you can see, we have here some really fun inspiration on the board. And yeah, again, like if you guys think you have some really cool ideas, I'm more than happy to listen to it. But I figured I show you what we've been up to, because sometimes I just don't find the time to really keep everyone updated, and others in the team neither, and I just feel it creates disconnect. So I know no one is watching this live because I should have said something, and also, if this is the first live ever held, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But I hope, someone's gonna watch this after, maybe, and yeah, gives me some feedback about all of this. You see, I've been modeling these like little shelfies that I also want to display things in. I'm not quite sure yet what, to be honest. I think we didn't even have a specific idea on what, to be very honest with you. I think the next thing that I want to do is working on these description texts because they definitely shouldn't say Helmut Lang anymore. And just so you know a little bit also about our workflow, because we use quite a good amount of different tools to build things. So for example, I use Blender for modeling. I use Substance Designer for texture creation. I sometimes Substance Painter if it gets like very specific. I use Marvelous Designer for modeling clothing pieces. What else? Gaia from Quad Spinner. I love the software. I don't get the chance to use it as much as I would like to, but I truly, truly love it. It's node-based environment creation. I know there are a lot of other ones around, but I specifically got, I don't know. I don't know exactly why I cannot give you a good argument, but I just love the software and I've not looked back. I just keep using it for environment creation. What else? So those are just the 3D tools. For 2D stuff, we use, or I use mostly Figma, and yeah, well, this is token engineering Figma, maybe not. I use Figma, and I think our social media girls, they sometimes use Canva. I'm trying to think if there's something else in 2D creation that we frequently use, aside from the, Photoshop, Illustrator, whatever, Creative Suite stuff. What else? I'm not sure, but anyhow, this is how we organize ourselves, and we had also in the past different exhibitions. Some of you know that we're like getting ready to finalize Arendelle Chateau, which is essentially Alana's spacecraft, and so also for that purpose, for generating descriptions and stuff, I've been using Figma a lot. Same for the Somnium VR exhibition that we took part in. It's just a very convenient way to work, especially if you work on it in teams and you want to keep knowledge very decentralized in a way. I really really like it. Anyhow, here you can see the original outfits from which she took the garments, or the illustration pieces from which she made all the illustrations. Here you can see those 3 pieces as well. And I gotta say, this is just so good. Look at this. He's such an artist. It's crazy. Yeah, and so we thought about exhibiting also different styles. So she's been working on this on her iPad, but then we thought, because we partially use and this is when my chain of thought got lost. We partially use AI for creation as well. We never use it, or I never use it directly. So some of you might have taken part in Alana's, let me see, partners DAPBack. Some of you might have taken part in the Alana DAPBack Web3 task journey, which is granted super exciting. I love doing it. I did it for Alana's account. I did it for my own account, for my husband's account. Like, I just wanted to do it all. Even though I know all the answers. It's so stupid. I designed this stupid task journey. So anyhow, you guys know that, at the end of it, you will get rewarded in one of those 2 blockchain candy NFTs. And well, the way I did this, and I think I actually want to really share this with you. The way I did this is I generated the original ideas. I generated them via Midjourney. I think I used Midjourney. But I only could, because Midjourney, you guys know this if you've used AI, it's very limited in a sense. So what I've been doing is I composed parts of it, and then I put it together as a collage in Photoshop, and I was like, switching everything around until I had a kind of composition that I liked. And then I started using that as a backdrop in Blender and started modeling all the different pieces, and eventually brought them obviously together. So I think that is a very legitimate way of using AI generated images. I personally don't really think, I know generating cool prompts is hard work. I'm not doubting that, but I myself don't feel very comfortable using the creations of an AI and label them my own. This is probably because I'm working on an avatar project that I want to turn into an AI. And I think, considering like from our own perspective and how we feel when someone just takes credit for what we've been doing, I've had this happen to me in the past, then it makes you feel very bad. So we've been creating AI, right? It's being fed and nurtured through the data that is being given by us. So I feel, why should AI in the future, if it ever becomes sentient, which obviously I don't know, but if it ever comes to this point, why shouldn't AI feel upset about this? You know, us claiming ownership over something that they did. So I don't know. I know this is an ongoing discussion and everyone has their own opinion, and that's fine. I'm just saying, me as a creator, I don't feel good about it. So I use it as generating ideas fast and, generating ideas multiple ways. And then I do my own thing with it, right? And yeah, I feel definitely better about it. But yeah, like I said, obviously up to each and every one of you to do it how you want. Anyhow, if you feel remotely interested, try and do the DAPback journey. It's actually a fairly easy link, dapback.com/Alana the Web3 girl. And yeah, then you can just task away and get your free NFT and, say hi to our community if you join the Discord. They're always eager to meet new people. And I think I'm done actually. And I think I've shown you literally everything that we have so far, and the rest, yeah, it just needs a lot more building. But I guess that's fine. And I will use the 15 next minutes to hopefully write some good text about the Comme des Garçons collections. And we'll stop this live stream. It's been a blast. This is such a new experience to me. And I guess doing it for half an hour is very doable. I think I should probably do this more often. Also, not my usual background. You will see in the future if I will do this more often, if people don't crucify me. This is not my home. This is my parents' home, and I'm here to visit finally after 4 years. Tomorrow is going to be my birthday. I think they're super excited about celebrating it with me, and yeah, well, I don't really know why I shared all of that, but doesn't matter. I will stop the recording now. Thanks if you checked this one out. Any comments, super welcome. Drop by in the channel, say hi on Twitter. Twitter is me, Instagram is Isabu, TikTok is Kirsty. Just say hi, you will always reach one of us. And yeah, have a good evening wherever you are. And now I've realized I don't really know how to stop streaming. Oh, stop streaming.